This budget adjustment today is the culmination of 8 years of economic failure by Governor Lamont and the large majorities in the legislature. This governor and these legislative majorities 8 years ago inherited budget guardrails that were passed in a bipartisan manner. They have shredded those budget guardrails, causing long-term debt and liabilities to increase substantially in the state. They inherited high taxes, and they've raised those taxes over the last 8 years. And now, at the end of those 2 terms of this administration, they are leaving us with a state and a state budget that will borrow more, tax more, and spend more than ever before. I firmly believe that residents all across this state sent both Democrats and Republicans to Hartford under the understanding that taxes are already too damn high in this state and that they need to be reduced. This state is too expensive for regular families and that we need to reduce the cost of living. But they're getting a budget today that locks in the sky-high taxes, that spends billions of dollars more than this state government did last year. What family is able to increase their spending by 8% year over year? They have to tighten their belts. Connecticut residents in their daily lives at their kitchen tables are forced to tighten their belts by this state government, which refuses to tighten its own belt. Increasing spending by 8% year over year, it's obscene and ridiculous. And in order to do that, they are breaking the fiscal guardrails at every turn, ensuring that our tax burden in the future will be even higher, and that the debt we're leaving the next generation will be even higher. We have $90 billion of unfunded liabilities and debt in this state that we are imposing on the next generation. This budget will raise it by even more. That is morally wrong in addition to economically wrong, and that is why we as Republicans are also offering an alternative here today in the form of an amendment to this budget adjustment that will deliver $750 million in fiscal year 29 of tax cuts that will reduce wasteful spending and that will also meet the requirements to invest in education for our towns and cities that is felt across our caucus. We can do better in this state. We can deliver tax relief. We can limit long-term debt and reduce the size of government, but it's going to take a real change in direction in order to accomplish this. This budget is so far from the best that this state can do. People, taxpayers across Connecticut, should be expecting nothing but the best from our state government, and they aren't getting it. They are getting ripped off by this state government, and it's getting worse every single year. We, as Senate Republicans, are going to stand for something better, and that's why we're offering an alternative budget vision for the state today that cuts taxes for regular families.
Thank you.